someone flicks me a back body. Oh, it's another one, yes, I feel strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. This is iBoxing Hub. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I go by the name of BNG, featuring yours truly, Charlo. What's good?
What's good, man? I'm all good, cuz. I'm good. Just excited. We've just had, a good weekend full of boxing. So, obviously, I just wanted to just give a shout out to Nielsen Boxing. We obviously had a show at your call, and we obviously got to link up with our iBoxing Hub brother, Ra, who's obviously traveling today. I think he's going for Eid. So, obviously, big up to him. And big up to the listeners and to the audience as well, cuz. And look, we've got a lot to talk about. We had 2 events yesterday, and we had a major announcement that we're going to talk about on the show. But before we get into that, how's the family? You good? And
All good.
happy birthday to your wife as well. My happy birthday.
Thank you. All good. Yeah, this week's been yesterday's been electrifying. I mean, let's start off with the female boxing. Big up Savannah, she just about got the job done. I wasn't really happy with her performance, if I'm honest with you. I felt that she struggled a lot. Watching that fight, it was like me watching, Okoli fighting William Smith again. Do you know what I mean? I felt like there was, I don't know, something was lacking there. And to be honest with you, I personally think she shouldn't fight Clarissa Shields next. That's just my personal opinion, just judging on yesterday's performance. I wasn't too happy. But I was happy with Ben Whittaker's performance, bro. He never, ever seems to fail me. He's always on point. And the showboating, bro, 100%. I'm a fan. He reminds me of Prince Nazim.
Yeah, trust me, cuz I'm not even gonna lie. You got to obviously big up Ben Whittaker as well, man. He's calls himself the surgeon. He has Sugar Hill in his corner as well. He obviously got the rounds versus sort of a durable journeyman, but it was a good experience for him, and he put in a good show. A lot of people are sort of arguing against the stoppage if it was early, but I think just overall. It was a tremendous performance. And obviously, big up Palamos Music as well. He's saying that Savannah didn't grab. Bro, I'm not even going to lie to you. And then he's also saying every time she connected, she got smothered. So, look. And obviously, Bukayo Saka's saying Savannah beat Shields at 168. Oh, we got a very interesting sort of topic to discuss.
I don't think so. I'm sorry, guys. I can't see her beating. I don't know. I think personally, I think Shields will be at 168. If anything, if Savannah's team was smart, they will fight again at 160, because if she gets beaten again, imagine Shields will take all of her belts. So hey, it is what it is, man.
Obviously, Palamos is agreeing with Saka. Look, cuz I'm going to agree with you. I just think Shields is, just on another level compared to, the rest of the fighters in and around. Maybe for me is someone who isn't in this generation, but, in the come up, maybe the next gen, when she's about to sort of retire, I think that's when we're going to get some proper competition. And that's like what she said, 8 years time, maybe, when I think she was on TalkSport yesterday, and Shields was saying that I think Gareth asked her about Caroline Dubois, and she just said, probably in 8 years' time when she's coming up to the end of her career. So, look, obviously, the Al Heyman of iBoxing Hub is saying it's 1-1. It's not, me personally, it's not 1-1. We've got it's pro fights and amateur fights, and in the pros, Shields won. I don't know why amateurs are sort of trying to get that record in, man. It's the amateurs. We it's a whole different level, really, man.
Like I said, man, I look, Shields doesn't want it. Not Shields, sorry, Savannah. She don't want no smoke with Shields. She's made it clear that she's not going to go to America to fight Shields. Shields has to come here. Personally,
There's a-
I think she should go America.
Yep.
I think she should do it in America. They should promote the fight, and I think they should do it in America. Possibly Madison Square Garden. I don't know. Do another women event. You know, yeah, it'll do numbers. But something's telling me she just knows, man. I honestly don't think she wants to fight Shields next. I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't, but I don't think she wants to. Shields has made it clear she's beaten her before. She'll beat her again. Shields seemed confident.
Yeah, it's true. Look, Fury can't even go. Look, Bukayo Saka's right. And yeah, look, Palamos is also saying the same thing. Peter Fury can't get in America. No, but, you know, for these circumstances, you're going to have to get another trainer in. There's, you know, videos that you can do, FaceTimes. I'm sure they could, you know, work out something during the time, man. But I just think that the fighter, you know, Marshall, I don't think she generally wants to, you know, go to the States. She said in the post conference that, you know, she has no interest in fighting in Detroit. So in a way, that's sort of saying, nah, I'm not going to the States. And we know that the demands is, Shields said that I'm not coming back to the UK. I've already come here and I've beat you. I've taken the belts. So she's saying, look, come to me. Let's do it there. But it's just complicated, man.
If anything, just to make it fair and even, they might as well just fight in Saudi then, isn't it? That's if Saudi's interested in the fight. More money and, you know.
I agree with you, but for me, yeah, and look, we've got to big up women's boxing and you've got to big up what they're doing at the minute. I think that Shields, she deserves a proper, you know, homecoming in Detroit, you know, against like a top name, big fight. You know, she wants to bring, you know, the I would say boxing back into Detroit. She's shown that she's able to sell tickets. Look, give them a bigger stadium for a bigger fight. I think a proper homecoming is a deserved one for, especially everything that she's achieved in the sport, what she's gone through. And look, Marshall, let's make this happen, Savannah. Go to the States, right? I know, obviously, PR and situation. Like, just I think you could. There's ways around it, man.
The only way I can see that fight happening again here in the UK, if they, you know, pay Shields more money. That's the only way I can see it happening here. Run it back in the O2 Arena.
But why should she come here again? She's done it here again.
Well, you just said that Savannah just said that she doesn't want. There's no way she's going to go to America and fight. So they might as well just run it here in the UK. It just makes sense. Yeah. And yeah, it's true. I don't mind. You never know. Eddie might want to run it on his own. I don't think he will, but you know.
If he does, then look, big up to Eddie, man. But look, I just feel that, you know, Clarissa's getting the wrong end of the stick here. She's the undisputed, 3-time undisputed champion. Why does she have to come to this woman's demand? Like, look, we're British. You know, we're gonna support our British fighters, man. But I'm putting on my neutral hat here, and you know, from a negotiation standpoint, Shields has come to the UK already. She's came here. You know, she's fought her here. She took the belts here. Now, like, just as a respectable, fair shake, go to her country. Get her belts off her. If you really want to challenge her at 60 or, you know, put your belts on the line, do it. Because remember, Shields came to the UK, man. So why can't Savannah just do the others on the other end? So it's just even. You know what I mean?
But you know how it is, man. Boxing is never even. It's always politics, you know. So like how I see it, Shields just run it here, and I'm telling you now, Shields will be at 168. I'm 100%. Shields will be at 168, and I think this time, I'm just judging by her performance yesterday. Shields will probably knock her out.
No, I agree. Definitely, it wasn't really the best. It wasn't the best performance, but she did what she needed to do to win the fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I was just expecting more. I was expecting more from Savannah. I wanted to see more, but I'm just going by her performance yesterday. Not to say, oh, she's going to be performing that all the time. But I didn't see anything great. If anything, when she fought Shields, I said, yeah, no, Savannah's up there. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, and obviously Palamos is obviously saying here she was getting smacked and still got her rhythm going. And Al Heyman was obviously saying, run it back to the UK, 168, challenge for Savannah's belts. But in the ideal world, yes, let's do that. And I think Shields, and I think she said yesterday that she would only do it if, Savannah apologizes, man, for all the sort of, the back and forth, the BS. And that's a situation in itself, man. But regardless, I think you're right, cuz maybe neutral ground, Saudi, so that we can just get this fight at 168.
I've got a feeling at 168, Savannah's going to probably put on a rematch clause. I reckon. I can see them doing a trilogy. That's honestly, because end of the day, like, look, Claressa Shields is undisputed, Savannah's undisputed. Do you know what I mean? So she's going to put on a rematch clause just to protect her, herself. Because Savannah's 32? So let's just say no rematch clause, nothing. If she was to lose, is she going to still continue fighting, or is she going to call it a day? Because she's achieved everything she needs to achieve.
Yeah, because if I'm honest, and she shouldn't even feel no shame about it as well.
No, not at all. I'm just saying that,
Yeah, she reached the pinnacle, which is becoming undisputed. Even becoming world champion is sort of a pinnacle for certain professional boxers. So the fact that she's, cleared the divisions, become undisputed, she's fought, arguably one of the greatest, or if not the greatest fighter in this generation and in history as well. Look, she has no shame that she's lost to her. And if this happens at 168, because I've said it here as well, man, it's going to be the same result. It's going to be the same result. I just think Shields is just a little bit in terms of class and skill set and being able to adapt and being too fast. I think just Shields is just above Marshall. And I think she's in her head as well. She gets her talking a lot.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, man.
Well, let the best lady win.
Yeah, man. Let's run it. Let's let the best lady win, and let both women just get a fair shake of the peas, so that all is well, man. And look, obviously, big up Thunder Road, man. Big up to you. So if in the UK, Shields deserves even a bigger percentage, I agree. It doesn't need to be a main. It could be a chief support on a bigger card. Look, Thunder Road, big up on your end as well. I think Shields deserves everything. Like, she deserves it all. Like, the fact that she's, what she's doing for the sport is massive, man. So yeah, give it a bigger percentage, of course. And Bakayo's obviously saying women's boxing is the biggest in the UK. The fighters have all said it themselves. Look, I agree. In the UK, it's where it's at. They actually support and give it their all for the fans, and absolutely love it. And obviously, Al Heyman's saying that Shields wants to create history, so run it back here, become undisputed. She doesn't. I have to sort of disagree. I think she can retire now if she wants to. Like, she's become 3-time undisputed. No fighter can tell her anything. So she doesn't necessarily need to fight Marshall again to become undisputed. But in terms of competition and who the audience wanted to fight and everything, yeah, it makes sense from that and that point of view. And look, make it 4. Yeah, cool, double. But cuz before, look, he's asked the question. Has asked the question. Look, big up
me. I don't follow football. I'm a boxing fan, so football to me is yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. On the road, I'm a Manchester United supporter, so look, you know it best. Man United legendary. You dreaming?
I don't know
why.
Never.
You mad? Never supporting Arsenal, man. Yeah, man. But cuz look, we're getting to the 15-minute mark, of course. There was another fight on, a young lion in Jared Anderson, of course, the real big baby he calls himself. He fought the Prince, Charles Martin, yesterday in a late one. Did you manage to obviously watch the fight? And what's your views on the performance?
Do you know, it was all right, the performance. I was impressed by Charles Martin, I must say. I was very, very impressed by him because I literally thought, Gerald was going to get him out between 3 and 4 rounds. I think with Big Baby, he's still got a long way. Do you know what I mean? He's only 23, so don't rush him. He got the knockdown. Was it in round 3 or round 4?
Yeah, it was round
4. But then he was buzzed. I can't remember which round it was. Was it round 5 or 6? He was buzzed, and I thought, whoa. Do you know what I mean? Overall, it was a good performance. I've seen better. I've seen him perform better, but I think his next opponent should be Luis Ortiz.
Ooh, another one. So you're putting him in with another experienced journeyman that's been about. I think that would be a good fight. I felt that also yesterday whilst watching the fight that they needed an extra 2 more rounds, man. Like 10 rounds with them 2 fighting seems like it wasn't enough. I felt that sort of Charles Martin sort of stepped it up in the later rounds. So maybe if it was a 12-round fight, the fight maybe would have looked different. But I think overall, good experience for Jared Anderson. I think that there's a lot of potential in the future for him. And I think definitely we're going to see him in some of the biggest fights, in the future. So big up to him. It was a homecoming. We don't know if the audience sort of played a part because he's fighting at home, but I think he did enough to get the result. It was good rounds experience. So I think he can kick on from there, cuz definitely.
Future fight, I would want to see him fighting Triple D. That would be a good fight.
Oh, that would be yeah. UK, run that in the UK.
Oh yeah.
Run that in the UK because now that he's on Sky, it would have been it's going to be good. So obviously Thunder Road is saying I think the KO was round 3. Yep. Then Anderson had the toughest round of his career in round 5. Yep, I agree. He was dazed. Top Rank has a good stable of heavyweights. Look, 100% agree. Thanks also for getting involved in the discussions as well. I think Top Rank in terms of heavyweights, they're good. In other weight divisions, it's a bit sort of questionable. PBC, as we know, we're obviously going to get to the big topic in a few minutes, man. But PBC right now are fiery hot now, man. They're fire. So, cause you know what, we've said it now. Let's get into it. It's the last segment of the show. We've just got the confirmation that Canelo will be defending his undisputed 168 crown against Jermell Charlo, not Jamal, but Jermell Charlo. So this fight officially, in theory, is undisputed versus undisputed. Cuz, what's your initial thoughts? What's your reaction? It'd be good to sort of get your views on that. Cuz
okay, big fight. It's a big fight happening in September, right? Big fight. Again, you know me. My only concern is that Charlo's been inactive for is it a year?
Yeah, he's not been active since he became undisputed. Yeah, since he became undisputed. Yeah. He was
that's my only concern. But dude, this fight, the press conference, the build-up is going to be electrifying. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I want Charlo to beat Canelo. I don't know why. I just think it's going to be. Do you know? Judging on Canelo's last performance, right, when he fought what's his name, Ryder. I expected Canelo to knock out Ryder, to finish him. He didn't. Ryder even said, "I don't know what all the hype's all about." Like, okay, we went to the distance. Do you know what I mean? And I feel that maybe it's Canelo kind of peaking now. Like, it's the prime Canelo gone. Yeah, it's the prime Canelo's gone. I mean, let me ask the fans. I mean, what's your thoughts? Do you think Canelo still got it? I mean, don't get me wrong, I know he's a big attraction in that, but do you think Canelo do you think Canelo could potentially beat somebody in the cruiserweight division?
Obviously, Derek James about to be handed cup. You know what, Saka? I disagree with you. I think Derek James is going to be two-time. Two of these guys are going to be undisputed, and he's going to have 3 undisputed crowns, man, in that one stable, man. But that's another subject for another day, of course, man. But because I agree with you, I think that's an exciting fight. You know, Jamel Charlo, you know, represents, you know, energy, getting in that ring, anger. He's going to put it on him. He's not going to be afraid to, you know, take some risks. He's had an L before in his career, and he's avenged that L. So I feel that that whole thing in his mind about if I lose, that's out and away for him. He's free to, you know, give it his all, really, man. And I think, like you said, I think there could be, I wouldn't really say an upset. A lot of people are a bit shocked because he's going up 2 weight divisions, but I believe that, you know, on a normal day, he walks around, you know, 175, man, I reckon, man, you know, like his brother. Like his brother, same sort of dynamics. His brother's fought at 160. So I think he's going to hold the weight well. And I think he's going to carry that power into this division as well. So it should be a juicy one, Cosman. But if you were sort of, what I wanted to ask though, Cos, if you were sort of thinking about a strategy, game plan, what are you doing for Charlo? What are you putting together for it to beat Canelo?
Go for the knockout. You got to do what nobody's ever done. You just go for the knockout. Because here's the thing here, like, I know Canelo's signed a 3-deal contract with PBC, and I'm thinking that a lot of people are overlooking Canelo's opponents. They feel like, yeah, Canelo's just gonna beat them all up, and then, you know, dude, like Charlo, he's got Charlo. Then let's just say, okay, he gets past Charlo. It's a possibility. Then who's next? Is it Benavides?
Yep.
And what's your name? Boohoo, not Boohoo. What's his name?
Andrade.
Andrade. Yeah. I just think, do you know what? I think somebody's gonna ruin the party for Canelo. And I think it's Charlo. I think Charlo is going to do the business. I honestly think Charlo is going to do the business. You know, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if it's a draw. I mean, on paper, again, the whole world saying, yeah, Canelo, but Charlo's a different kettle of fish, you know.
Lions only.
Yeah, Lions only. So, we'll see. But I think the plan is avoid going 12 round with Canelo. Avoid going 12 round. Just try to get him out of there. Because I know Canelo, he's a slow starter, right? He picks up round 6, well, round 5 and 6 and onwards. But I just say just put it on Canelo from round 1. Just put it on him. Just put it on him. I just watched, judging on Canelo's last performance when he fought Ryder, I didn't see anything great. I honestly didn't see anything great. If anything, I'll respect Ryder more. Just to think that, right, you know what, yeah, Canelo couldn't keep me down. I still got up. Yeah, he knocked me down, but he couldn't keep me down. You know?
No, 100% I agree with you, Cosman. I think, you know, John Ryder can, you know, he could take away. He could take a lot away from that fight that he had with Canelo. I think it was a little bit of an off night for Canelo as well. But I think he's going to be... It's a little bit of an off night, but at the same time, remember, Canelo's not a young Canelo, man. He's coming up to that sort of... He's not coming up to that point where he's declining, but, you know, as you get older, slowly wear and tear on your body, you know, going through camps, you know, going through major fights, you know, it has its toll on him. So I think he's up for this fight, though, man. Look, you could just tell he's ready. You know, a lot of people have been saying that he's been avoiding, you know, his brother. But the fact that, you know, he's fighting his twin, like, it just, cause like, I'm just so excited. Like, obviously, Palamos is obviously saying that the fight is 50-50. Charlo taller, but Canelo is Canelo. Look, we agree with you. Canelo is Canelo. and there's a reason why they call him El Presidente de la Mexico. You know, like he's a G. He's an absolute G. But yeah, look, off topic. Obviously, Saka's asking, who is the best Brit Canelo has fought? Who's the best Brit? Obviously, you know how him saying, remember, I'm not allowed to, say anything about Amir Khan, so I'm gonna put my hands up, man.
Out of the three that I remember that he fought, apart from Amir Khan, so it's out of Billy Joe Saunders, Ryder, and Callum Smith.
Yeah,
Callum
on the
Smith.
roads.
But do you know what? Do you know what? If I'm honest with you, Callum Smith, he only had was it 4 weeks' notice?
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that was rushed, that fight. I honestly think it was too rushed. But hey, I'll go for Callum Smith. Callum Smith. but remember, I have boxing. Remember, Canelo put Amir Khan to sleep. He didn't put Callum Smith to sleep. He didn't put Billy Joe Saunders to sleep. And he didn't put Ryder to sleep. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Put him straight to bed. Like, sorry, Amir, I know you do, a lot, man. But that fight, he got put to bed, man. That was just. It was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah, Amir moved up 2 weight divisions. I know, but Charlo and Amir's 2 different levels, man. Like Charlo's undisputed, undisputed champion. You got to give him credit for that. Bigger man as well. So look, I definitely feel that he can cause a bit of an upset and stir, the fires in that sort of division, man. Because Benavidez is angry. Even Tim Tszyu is angry. I could imagine Tim Tszyu is probably angry with Charlo because he's been waiting for that undisputed shot.
Tim Tszyu said that Charlo is ducking him, bro. Charlo is fighting Canelo. Think about it logically, business-wise, money-wise. He's making more money fighting Canelo than fighting him.
That's what I'm saying.
Some of these boxers are really delusional, mate. He said Canelo's ducking. Sorry. Oh wow. I suppose let's see what the outcome is. But then Tim Tszyu could probably fight, Charlo maybe next year, whatnot. But no, I'm sticking to my guns, man. I'm back in Charlo for this one, man. Like I think this is gonna be a proper, serious, gritty, tough, rough, dirty fight. Yeah, I think I think we're gonna see we're gonna see a different Canelo in this fight. I think he's fighting, and I think Charlo as well. Like he seems like a madman. So yeah, man, that's a fight. I'm rooting Charlo, man. Sorry guys, but I'm rooting Charlo. I'm assuming Charlo beats Canelo. There's a rematch clause, right?
100, 100. It's Canelo, 100%, definitely, man. And if that happens, then it just drags out, the rest of the other guys like Benavidez to, get his title shot, man. But look, regardless, it's great news for the boxing world, and it's another one, like what DJ Khaled would say, man. But briefly, before we sort of wrap up the show, of course, we've had a bit of sort of words, bit of news that, Dylan signed the contract. What's the news on that, or what's the sort of update that you can potentially give the audience that's tuning in, really?
Dylan signed the contract, and I see AJ, he's banging weights now, so I think he's trying to go in heavy on this fight. I don't know. May the best man win. On this fight, I think it's gonna be 50-50. It can go either way. Honestly, go either way. There's bad blood. This is British beef too. See what I'm saying? Dylan beat him in amateurs. AJ beat Dylan in pro. So as they say, it's 1-1. And there's no rematch clause. And the winner of this, I don't know. I think this they're running it back in 0-2. So I'm excited, man. I'm genuinely excited. But because last time AJ fought Dylan was injured. And, again, I'm not making no excuse, but I don't know. Let's just see, because this is a fight that AJ needs to prepare himself for Wilder. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can't fight any random. This is a dog fight. This is a dog fight. So this is going to prepare him for, because AJ and Wilder might be fighting either December or January. Eddie Hearn's saying they're pretty much there. So and I believe they'll be fighting under U6, and Usyk will be fighting Herkovich. Now I'm hearing, because Fury, Usyk and Fury ain't happening no more. Apparently Fury's having an exhibition fight with Ngannou. Yeah, but the fight's on. I'm excited, and may the best man win. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ, man. And we've hit the point right now where it's the end of the show, man. But cuz, look, I absolutely love and enjoy talking boxing with you. And look, the audience, the viewers, look, the community, massive love, massive respect as well for all the support that you give us. We're working a lot in the back end to, produce some tremendous content for you. And trust me, in these next few weeks and months, we've got some, juicy things planned for you guys, man. So just stay tuned, like, subscribe, and also, follow us on Spotify as well. So you could also listen to the shows if you ain't been able to watch it. But cuz, I'm going to leave that over to yourself. Is there any sort of last few words, or what you saying?
Nah, all good, man. All good. Guys, just remember to like, share, and subscribe. We're here twice a week. Wednesday at 7:30, Sundays at 7:30. Peace and love. We're out.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag by the end. So